fill my eyes. Whoa, whoa. I'm petty, but I know how to lie. I feel feelings that I can't describe. I'm not breathing, but I'm still alive. Whoa, whoa. But I
Yeah, the big thing you want to do is stop.
'Cause I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. Still have hope. So many days have passed. I wait around for things to change, but change has not come fast. I'm asking all the questions, but then I question them. Like, what's the point of living, existing when you can't see your God in flesh? I'm looking for the answers. They say to pray instead. I think I'll find them one day, but with a helping hand. I know that it's not easy, but I believe I will. Yeah, I'll get over all my fears and really conquer everything. I think giving up, I'm not giving up yet. I feel that it's my time, so I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. So I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got. I'ma give it everything. I'ma give it everything I got.
Have you ever seen this? Have you ever felt this? It's a feeling so unheard. When every time I hear your voice, like my feelings having no choice. And every time I hear your voice, I wish I could remember. When every time I every time I hear your voice, like my feelings having no choice. And every time I hear your voice, I wish I could remember. All I want is take me down. All this time I've been trapped in, not knowing where my heart is. I've been telling myself to stop. Just make me whole. Just make me whole. Just let me
Hello, welcome to the Thanksgiving charity with Feeding America for LXC. We're going to be seeing Divine Temple versus Soul Keepers for this game. And we should be ready to start soon.
All right, well, yeah, we'll be ready to start soon. Until then, you know me. If you don't know me, I'm All Guy. I'm with Scarlett,
Yeah, I'm Megan,
and
caster for here.
we'll be with you for this next couple of games. How many games we got tonight?
2 or 3. It
All
depends
right.
on how it goes.
Yep, and like she said, we got Divine Temple against newcomers, actually. Soul Keepers.
Yeah, interesting name. I think I've heard that before, but I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, it's a it's a great name, and I hope they'll really have a great time here. Oh, there's
In the
so much
chat,
I want to say.
in the chat, you can see you can donate to Feeding America for LXC. Just click that link and set up your donation if you want to, um, and it'll go straight to charity.
Yeah, so don't be stingy. This isn't the time for that. Give us money so we can give money to other people, or give them straight money. I don't really know. I don't know. Just donate. It goes directly to charity. See, we're not taking anything. We're good people. Some of us.
Well, we're at least
So,
feeding America,
anyway,
so got that going for us. Or you guys are feeding America, really. Also, thank you to CBXL and the CB org. They've already given a $100 donation. You can see that at the bottom here. We've got $140 raised, and you guys can add to that anytime. It looks like draft is about to start. Yep, it started.
all right. So, just off the rip, a Yone ban from Devon
Yeah,
Temple.
I'm not expecting to see like really any bands that are um too complicated. Just whatever they don't want to play. It's a for fun event, and Soul Keepers is entirely new, so no one really knows what their deal is yet.
Yeah, and Soul Keeper's decision making skills not the best sometimes.
Is Soul Keeper
Oh,
running the
sorry,
draft? Do you know?
sorry. Excuse me. I was talking about someone else, not the team. Excuse me.
Right. Of course.
Oh, so much fun with this. All right. Also, Graves, Yasuo, Xinjiao, and Aphelios. So, no hyper carries. All right. I guess I thought we were here for fun, but no.
It is interesting to
And
see both Yasuo and Yon banned. It's definitely not typical for structured play, but it seems like they don't want someone to snowball.
I
I'm really
mean,
excited to see what the first pick is here, though.
I'm more surprised that they put the Poppy band in there.
Right? You've already got the two people she'd really want to face against out. Rakan's pick is very standard. I don't know what they're gonna do about this Zaya though, because whenever you see Rakan, you think Zaya. Obviously, Rakan works fine on his own, but it'd be very tempting to just take Zaya here, have a good AD carry, and split up that combo.
I mean, Rakan. Well, I mean, obviously, you're right. When you're right, you're right. But and Zaya is. I was gonna say she's weak, but I don't think she's ever been weak. Yeah. But the
It's
Milio
interesting.
pick.
Yeah, it's interesting to pick their support here and not represent the Zaya pick. I wonder if they have something planned for that, or if they're just picking at 1-2.
Also, they just picked Milio.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is
know
a
people
pretty
still
rare
play
pick.
Milio.
I think Milio can be really strong in the right situation, and Rakan is kind of the right situation for him. Okay, well, that's a
Niche
Draven
though.
pick. That's just completely off the wall. We don't care about the meta. We're going to play aggressive. I don't think I've ever really seen Draven be picked with Milio that much, because Milio really likes an AD carry that can use his range. But I could see how it would work out pretty well too.
I'm glad you see it. I think we're just picking champions.
Well,
Um,
yes and
um,
no.
I mean, just picking champions. That's a
I mean, I
Milio. I've
am
never
surprised
seen a
to see.
Milio.
I am amazed to see
Raven?
Jinx. I feel like Jinx Rakan is a statement here. Whenever you see Draven, just like, I don't respect your ability to punish me, because Jinx definitely has a poor early game at some point. Maybe it's a little overstated, but it's definitely not something I would want to pick into Draven. in my
Well, with
personal
the
opinion.
Jinx changes, Jinx is um annoying in one
That's true.
word,
She is
uber
busted.
strong is another. And also, super pumped. Yeah, I know the Milios accounted the Rakan, man, but is Rakan that big of an issue? That's the first pick. You want to immediately pick your support into that? I'm just saying, man. It's a weird pick, in my opinion. But doesn't matter because they went to the Viego now, and we're waiting for the response from Soul Keepers.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of carries on both sides. I'm wondering if that's just going to continue and they're going to hope to just snowball one person and whoever snowballs the best wins.
I mean, hey, this is a charity event, so
Yeah, might
if
as
this is
well
just
show
gonna
off
be a
the
bloody
music.
game, I want that to happen.
It makes sense that
So
Divine Temple's targeting junglers because they already got their jungler. I wonder what mid laner, if they're going to go double mid lane here for Soulkeeper ban.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna stop that sentence at double mid lane, and I was about to say, yeah, they can full send it, sure, but I mean, no, but yeah, double mid lane bands, like you said, that's coming out. The Oriana, the Syndra, and then the Jarvan and the Hecarim.
They're putting a lot of priority onto this mid lane because they're definitely going to keep it for fifth pick. So they've um, made the double mid lane ban, and now they're going to make sure it has counter pick. I wonder what jungle they're going to pick here, though. Oh, I lied entirely. Never mind. I don't think that's Ari jungle. Interesting to pick Ari after banning two mid laners, which means like three mid laners are hit immediately. Mm, but it does mean that you're saving your jungle for counter pick, which you already shown on the board. So either they have something spicy lined up, or they just really wanted the Ari.
And they immediately picked the Kanye into. Oh my god! They immediately picked the Kanye into the Aatrox
Oh,
here.
not quite that immediately.
I mean, listen. What? Hold up. Stop. Pause. Okay. Never mind.
I mean, it feels like the mid lane bans are correct though, because I can't imagine that Rise was the first pick on Divine Temple's mind. Maybe I'm misreading their view of the meta, but it feels like that is a pick that you pull out only whenever you've already exhausted some other options.
You think Soul Keepers read that correctly with the Syndra Oriana?
I mean, I would have liked to save the Ari pick for last, but maybe they know that that's gonna really pinch the pool. And they saw an opportunity because Divine Temple didn't pick their mid laner first, so they get two extra bans.
All right. Well, I'm not. I truthfully don't have any opinion about this. This is what? Sorry. I mean, this. All right. And also, just got word. Thank you to Golden Goose League for donating $25. You are. We see you, homie. We see you. Thank you.
I'm really
Um,
interested in the spot lane. I feel like it's going to be the most important lane of the match. I mean, obviously, at this level, anything can happen, but Draven puts himself in the position where he either wins hard or the team is going to struggle.
I'm putting 20. I'm putting. No, how much I want to put down? No, I'll put 4,000 down. That Rise is going to be the carry here.
Uh huh. Yeah,
I
that
think Rise
carry.
is going to break this game. I don't know why, but I just feel like Rise is either going to be a monster here, or he's going to be worthless, and I want him
Those
to be a
are
monster.
those are usually the two options with Rise. There's never like an average Rise game.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, I want this to be a pop off Rise. I want this Rise to pop up. I want Ari to suffer in this lane. Okay, not because I don't like Ari or I have any problem with the person playing him, her, whatever. I just want to see Raj just run through this whole team.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rise is definitely one of those champions where if they win lane, it becomes a very different game immediately.
That is true. Quick question: do you know if if Milio's like cleansing ability does that work on Rise's Ruin Prison?
It should, yeah. It works on pretty much every CC except for no, including suppression. So I believe the only things that it really wouldn't work on are things like Mordekaiser R, where it pulls you away.
Then that isn't.
If they
Everything
nerf it
except
to not suppression,
suppression.
I might be a little late on how the champions work, but I remember
Yeah,
for the longest time you just pick that into Malzahar every time. I assume that I guess they toned that down because I was a little absurd.
yeah, because I wouldn't think they will pick that into this into Milio, just
I still like
knowing.
the Jinx pick. It's definitely good for the meta, but I mean, just like the Draven in a way, Jinx does okay if she's behind on like Draven, but she can get aggressively behind where a safer AD carry would have been able to for sure shut down the Draven, as long as jungle pressure went okay. I think what we're gonna see is a lot of jungle pressure on bot lane if both teams think the win condition is bot lane.
I'm telling you, this win condition is gonna be mid lane. I am
I
telling
mean,
you.
if a mid laner overextends, the jungle gank can easily be diverted from bot lane to mid lane. I just think like their initial starting position is going to be pathing towards bot, and then if mid lane makes a mistake, pushes too overextends too much, then yeah, you're gonna take the free gank, and then Ryze will get out of control. But Ari into Ryze, like both of them have good wave clear. Early on, it's really up to how they play it, who gets priority, and I don't expect to see a mistake that will mess up that poorly.
Well, I don't know. I just want to see. I don't have much faith in the whole Jinx Rakan thing. I mean, again, Jinx is really strong right now. Draven, I don't know where Draven sits. I think he's probably sitting somewhere in the A tier, probably. Um, Milio is Rakan's counter, so it's going to be a little bit harder for Rakan to get in there and do what he usually does.
I know Milio's Rakan's counter, but again, I don't think that it's Draven's favorite support to play with. Like, I think it would have been fine to also um, pick around your bot lane as well. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I mean, I could be wrong because this is not a popular lane, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It could be possible that the Milio extended range just makes those Draven Qs hit for so much um, that it's worth it, even because you get the counter and the good lane.
That's true. That's true. And you know what? We'll go ahead and take a quick break. And when we get back, guys, we'll go ahead and get into this first game, and we'll see how our predictions stand up.
Have you ever seen this? Have you ever felt this? It's a feeling so unheard. When every time I hear your voice, like my feelings having no choice. And every time I hear your voice, I wish I could remember. When every time I When every time I hear your voice, like my feelings having no choice. And every time I hear your voice, I wish I could remember. All I want is take me down. All this time I've been trapped in, not knowing where my heart is. I've been telling myself to stop. Just make me whole. Just make me whole. Just let me
just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the bad girl. In me she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, so put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. You just like the bad girl. In me she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, so put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. Girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You just like the girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You just like the bad girl. You just like the fat girl. I get addicted to the wrong things. You come along searching for one thing. One near you and then I'm out here feeling alive. I'm out here feeling alive. You just like the fat girl. You just like the fat girl. You just like the bad girl. In me she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, so put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. You just like the bad girl. In me she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, so put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. Girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You just like the girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You just like the fat girl.
Yo, pulled up to the set when I heard that brutal sound of the bass. Start to feel like I'm dreaming, man, should've seen that look on my face. But I'm so low-key, I'm an anonymous G that I left no trace. But when I step one foot in the room, I'ma set this pace. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this down. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this. Yeah. My God. Yeah. I feel like king of the hill when they're king of the hill. My God. Yeah. It feels like murder. Setting them alight when I lit that flame. Try pulling up side by side for the race, just realize that we're in a different lane. Yeah, see I'm out here killing the game. How can you claim that we're living the same? See in reality we ain't on a similar stage. You're sitting in the crib while I'm singing my name. That flames, whole of the city on lock. The coldest flows and the cream of the crop. Weave them bees with a lean and a bop. Got a phone line ringing to the heat don't stop. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this down. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this. Yeah. My God. Yeah.
The other side is looking to spread out.
Man, forget that. Everyone here is a coward. Look at them.
I
Look
mean,
at
they got
those
spotted
80
out, so
carries.
it's
Look at
mostly
those
just
80
posturing at this
carries with
point.
Dorn's blades.
Yeah, none of the items are anything different than you would expect. Maybe top lane could go with something other than Doran's shield, but this is
Double
a defensive
Dorn shield.
acceptable pick. And then red smite, green smite, all makes sense. Actually, I don't think I've seen red smite on Sejuani much, but I guess with the tenacity nerf, it's not that unexpected.
Yeah, listen, there's just it's tradition here for me to say no balls because no one here deviated from the norm. No one here has the balls. They're all cowards. They
We got
shame their
a
families.
before the game starts. We actually got a $100 anonymous donor just now for our charity, and you too can also donate. But that's really amazing, and thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, Batman. All right, that's not the dude's name, but she said anonymous, and that's the first place my mom went to was Batman. So, yeah.
Jungle starts
Anyway,
are pretty normal. Like I said, they're focusing on bot side, so they're looking to start top.
no, actually, Sejuani's path is interesting. Started the race instead of the buff, and it's just gonna go over to the buff now. Definitely did not want Viego to come into the
No,
jump. Oh,
actually,
Krugs.
Sejuani is looking to make sure the miner camp spawned pretty quickly, which says to me that she's more interested in farming. I could be wrong.
Probably just didn't want
If
Viego
you-
to come over there and take her stuff.
Ryze is
Yes.
building up a huge wave mid lane as well. Like, it's interesting to see if they do anything with this. Ahri's just completely bullied
Take
here.
it. Just took it all. It's still gonna take some more. All right.
Alright,
So,
full clear from both junglers.
yep, getting spicy here. A little bit. Maybe. I may be using that word wrong in this context. Don't judge me. So, we have Sejuani heading topside. Is this the level... What is he, level 3? Gank?
Yeah, I find it kind of interesting because this definitely puts your... Oh. And
Okay, they goes in for the dash,
Whoa.
lands a stun, gets the stun again from the E. Aatrox lands the knockup, but that's apparently it. They do not want to pursue that any longer.
Yeah,
Cassante just kind of walks out.
And Sejuani's gonna reset here, which puts her massively behind. We'll see if Aatrox can capitalize on it, but
I mean, I don't think there's much to capitalize on. The most they made Cassante do was leave lane to put down the ward. He didn't miss any experience. He's down about 4 CS, but I think he just needs to catch this wave that he currently has to get that back. But
I am honestly really worried about this Ahri. Already down a wave of CS. Half health without getting a reset here. She does have teleport to bail her out, so it might not be the worst. But I feel like this lane is going to get really oppressive really quickly. Now
well,
Ryze can just hold this.
I mean, yeah, he's Rise. He clicks 2 buttons and that whole wave is gone.
No, he's going to hold it and make sure that Ahri loses a lot of CS here. Sejuani's only just now getting her bot side camps. And Viego's already looking for a second clear after Crab topside.
Looks like that's a good reason. Well, that's good that Sejuani's jungle is clear, except for those I forget what they're called, the parrots. They're back. Meanwhile, why is the camera jumping all over the place so quickly? I'm sorry, just trying to focus on. Anyway, bot lane is boring. There's been no fighting down there at all, which is not surprising because Draven wants to build up stacks, and Jinx just wants to chill
Jinx,
out.
though.
Yeah,
We'll see if this Sejuani can do something though.
possibly.
It doesn't
Looks like
even
no,
look
just gonna
like
go ahead and looks like they're recalling the bush down there.
They're freezing this just outside the tower, so there's no chance of a dive. And the jungler's on the opposite side, so it's not like there's a counter gank. I feel like this pressure just dissipates and bot lane does it with it well.
Yeah, that good position on the side of Divine Temple, and honestly, the way that Soul Keeper had been pushing up did show that maybe someone was there. It did get
Okay,
a
so
little bit
this Ryze
aggressive.
looks overextended, but he is level 6. I don't know if this turns out how they want it to. We'll see.
Also, Ari missed the
Okay, we
charm.
get a
Raj has
flash. Yeah.
flash.
The stun is gonna
Kinsley-
come out with the flash. I think he's dead, but it's really close. If I can get a Q, there it is. Yeah, first blood. Oh, top lane's going off though with a gank of their own. I think
Okay.
overall, this
A lot
really
happened there.
deals out the Ari. Yeah.
And we did not get to see any of it. But the main part that happened was, even though Ari did Mr. CC, Sejuani was able to come in, lock him down, did have to flash to get the last bit of the stun on the rise, and was able to hand the kill over to Ari, did spoon feed him that one. And on
Yeah,
the
but
side of Cassante and Viego, Aatrox was already sitting at 40 HP last time we saw him. He shouldn't have been in that lane, and he got caught out. Meanwhile, down here in the bot lane, they're
CC
going
was
all
gone, but
in
it's
with
gonna
this
just
one,
fall
but
off,
does
I think.
not matter.
I
Because
think the thing to Spies though is that they get the crash on the wave and get to spend all their gold and be really happy.
that's true. That is true. And bot lane, that fight went nowhere because Rakan and Jinx don't want any part of that.
And Jaeger just has to farm because he's down here, but there's no play to be made, so we're farming for
Yeah.
him. He is up at an astonishing level of CS though.
Yeah, he is. I'll farm Sejuani hard, but they also both have one assist on the board. Click over to gold real quick. So let's see if there's any massive difference there.
I mean, it's gonna be mid lane. It's actually even.
Yeah, it's about a 200 difference between the junglers right now. So
Yeah. But Sejuani doesn't really care, you know? I mean, she'd like her Heartsteel early if that's what she's going for. But really, she's just a CC bot, and she will do that with 100 gold or 1,000 gold, you know?
true. So let's see what's going to be the play next. We do have the jungle up, and Viego is down here on the bot side, going to walk past the control ward, take that out for soul keepers. Looks like they're
Yeah,
trying to make the play bot side on the side of Divine Temple.
Viego's gonna get the level 6 for Herald if he wants to go for that play. Sejuani's just so behind in XP. She just now ding 5.
Sejuani is
see
in his
what-
jungle, just warning it out though. Never mind, no camps being taken away from Viego. Meanwhile, the fighting top lane is escalating. Sejuani is here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard 2v1 because they have to make sure that Aatrox doesn't die, but it really is just to buy Aatrox the ability to get the lane, the wave.
Yep.
Sejuani's there just to relieve pressure. But this means again that she's down XP. Viego's gonna hit 6 off of 1 or 2 camps. Not quite yet. And I doubt either bot lane's moving for this Herald.
No, they probably will not be doing that. In fact, it looks like they're just kind of trying to keep each other occupied. Let's see. After that, everybody just kind of went back to do their thing. Junglers cleared their camps. Mid lane is still farming, and that CC difference is getting pretty big in the mid lane now.
Well, I don't think it matters too much as long as there's no snowballing. I think the bot lane again is gonna. Well,
You say that,
Isn't
and
gonna
then we
turn
come
anything.
back. Oh, that's the
yeah.
last.
Wait, is
charge.
Ari
Oh,
dead?
Ari,
Ari
no
has
flash
to
on
flash.
Rise. No flash on Rise is the only reason that Ari survives this, and he is just Sejuani's face. He does
Do you see how
not
this
care
Sejuani has
because
to
Viego's
again?
here.
Yeah, she had to again relieve pressure, try to make sure this wave didn't crash, and it cost her her life. Now there's going to be like a 2-level gap in the jungle. And he's going directly straight for the camps that are just respawning. This is actually brutal for Sejuani. There's no objective advantage from it yet. But you can see from the gold, like that's a lot of that is jungle.
Yep. Oh man, that Ari, that was a very, very ballsy move there to use the last charge of the Spirit Rush for
Wait,
the
actually, Marlene's
last.
collapsing on this Viego. This is huge.
Okay, this is the 3v1 currently. Jinx is not here
He
yet.
almost got the blind Q, but the
Oh,
Jinx
but
actually is going to
Emilio,
snowball
it-
here. The flash is really good. But it doesn't
rocket
matter if the ult
takes
gets it off. That's
Emilio.
a Viego reset. Top lane fight going on, too.
So much happening, but it looks like
Yeah.
Divine Temple is piecing out of this fight. They do not want this problem. It's just pretty smart. They don't want to accidentally give Draven any of that League Draven gold. So
Yeah, it's absurd how much, like, that looked like Viego was caught.
but they just turned it around onto Emilio, took him out, and then they pieced out.
Yep. Viego just
I respect that. They got that one kill and then they left. They didn't try to overstay their welcome.
Oh, huge
Meanwhile, up
lane.
here, Aatrox tries to
just
flash out and
an
he just
easy
gets
1v1.
put down. Kanye was not letting that man live. I've embraced it now. I don't care. Well, I've embraced it.
Alright, bot lane's gonna let this crash. They try to freeze it, but Rakan's like,
Oh,
no,
hold
no, no,
on. Going in.
no. No, he just wants the wave to get in. He's like, you can't freeze that. That's illegal.
Man, okay, so now Draven does have a Sheen, but Jinx has the full Kraken Slayer thanks to that kill.
And I want to point out that like you can tell the experience difference between these teams just by the CS.
No,
differences alone.
don't
Like,
don't do it to him.
no, I mean it's totally fine for Soulkeeper. Like, they are just for the first time on stream, and they're trying to learn the ropes, and you can tell that like they get a lot of the concepts and they're applying pressure correctly, but it's just little tiny things that are making a huge difference here. Okay, this is going to be the first objective take. Looks like they opt for Mountain Drake, which makes sense because Jinx is on a reset and Draven still hasn't spent gold for a while. But this top lane fight could turn into something again in the 1v1. I don't see a way Aatrox gets out of this.
I mean,
but does he want out? Does he actually just get it?
No, Kanye, commit. Sejuani's not coming.
Okay, I lied. They both got out of it very easily. They are trying to get the cross-map play on this Herald, though, which means Aatrox needs to put a little pressure out. The charm
Hey, that charm
really
landed. That charm landed.
The ult
The
missed,
ultimate
but it might
came
be okay.
out.
It doesn't matter. They get the Herald here. It's just
Hold on. Did Raj just do that? Okay,
Ari's
no,
dead,
no, no,
and I think
they
they're
didn't.
absolutely need to get out. That charm was so close for someone that is playing Diego.
Okay, I'm sorry for everybody on stream if I kind of got loud right there because I really honestly thought that he had stole that Q.
He did not.
And I got
There
excited.
was a
I was
smite
like,
involved.
what?
Smite usually beats Rise Q. There are exceptions, but not this time.
Okay. Also, I'm being told I didn't get loud. Good. I'm trying to keep it chill, fam. Anyway. Nah, but
Oh wait, the spot lane play. The melee ult's good, but it doesn't matter because he's rooted. Oh, it does matter. The flash in from Jinx is really aggressive. I don't know if he wants to flash into a Draven like this, but it doesn't matter.
He's doing
they just
all
have
the
so much gold
damage.
difference spent. Like if you look at the gold that Jinx has in inventory, it's only 830. Meanwhile, Draven has 1100, and also Jinx is up 900 gold in total. So that's just a huge inventory difference.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's no surprise here. Again, she has a full Kraken Slayer to this man's Sheen. This was the fight they wanted. If that rocket hadn't missed, this would be a double kill we'd be looking at. But unfortunately, it did miss. So, yep. Meanwhile, it looks like is this the collapse on the ball? I see Fury and Sejuani are here. They know that Jinx has no flash.
I mean, they are sending a lot of numbers here, and they have a lot of CC. But blue team should be able to just sniff this out.
I mean, they have it warded.
They are not, though. They want to go aggressive at just the wrong time. Draven's low, so there won't be quite as much damage going in. But I think the Sejuani... Oh, it predicts the E. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. The teleport is not going to make a difference here, right? Ryze is full health, but he's going to go down fast once Draven gets on him. The Veigo's going to look for the stun, misses the stun. Kanye,
okay, that's too bad.
Low, gets the kill. That's a Viego reset. Viego reset's so huge here. So they actually end up 2 for 2 in a fight that I feel like could have been so massively worse for them. Or, sorry, 2 for 1. But they did commit a teleport.
Oh yeah, it was 2 for 1. Who they kill? Rakan. Yeah, they killed Rakan.
Yeah, Rakan.
Okay, I had to look back on it because he didn't die quickly.
Well, the thing is, I said it was a good predict, but I think honestly, it would have been better if Sejuani ult had hit Jinx. But Rakan E'd onto her, took the Sejuani ult, and that just completely allowed Jinx to win that fight as well. The Viego reset was key as well.
Yeah, go ahead and
again,
give
these
it up
gold
a shadow.
differences.
That was a good support play. Also, that I don't think they need. Soul Keepers did not need to pull the trigger like that. I'm sorry. Y'all saw y'all got spotted. I understand you want to make that play, but you didn't need to pull the trigger like that. There was no rush.
I think it was fine as long as they were able to not commit once they saw the TP. Because the TP does nothing then if they can back out.
That's true.
There's no
that's the big problem is, unfortunately, they let 2 come out. Because Kanye and Rise went down with the TP.
And it would have been a really big play in like a way that you don't see at first if those TPs come out and they get nothing. But unfortunately, those TPs come out and they get 2 kills and first turret.
Also, kills was on the Jinx, and that's not a good. That's not what you want. That's not what you want right now.
Yeah, this
Jinx,
game is entirely on the hands of Draven and maybe Sejuani and RECC for Soul Keepers. That is their only option right now.
I know. I'm not gonna say it's in
They're
the hands of
using a
Ari.
lot on this Sejuani, but I don't know if it's enough.
I don't
I feel like
know why
Sejuani just
they're.
walks out, and now they're committing so hard. This Rakan is really low. The Draven ult totally hits him on the way back, and as long
Walks
as it
back into it.
and they don't even get the rocket kill. Again, they're just seeing the Sejuani, and she doesn't care.
To be fair though, Sejuani is they got a half HP, and they still almost killed Milio and Draven there too. Plus, I think they were just trying to force them away
Wait,
for
does
this
Jinx
tower.
get excited onto Draven? This Draven was way too close whenever the tower goes down. You gotta not make that mistake against Jinx. She just absolutely gets a free kill there.
Yeah. Well, that was a good play turned bad on the side of Soul Keepers because Draven just got ran down. So
Once again,
meanwhile,
we see the 1v1 top lane. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. Every time I feel like it's gonna go somewhere, it doesn't. And every time I'm like, ah, that's nothing. Just one of them dies.
oh no, only one dies. It's been Aatrox both times.
That's true.
Aatrox.
Alright.
Meanwhile,
I
let's
wonder.
see. Dragon
Sejuani's
is
gonna
up.
try to make. Yeah, Sejuani's trying to make a cross map play again, which is the right play. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get anything off of it. I think the Herald expired unless I just completely missed it.
No, that's what I was about to ask you because I don't remember Herald going down. So
I'm pretty sure it expired while Sejuani was in that fight where she was CC'd for a bunch.
oh man,
Which means unfortunately the cross map play is not that effective. It's just farming for Sejuani and a bunch of people grouping around a Herald that won't spawn for another little bit.
I mean, to be fair, last time they did the Herald, they got the Herald, but I think one person died anyway. So that was already a bad trade before. But this, I mean, they can't do it again anyway. Like Jinx is in the mid lane now, and the pressure up top lane is just ridiculous. If this was any other character, Aatrox wouldn't even be able to farm.
Oh, this is a huge play from Rakan. Again, I think he might be a bit too aggressive. The camera doesn't think so, though. Huge TP from Ahri as well. I think they're going to get outmatched by the Viego and Ryze.
Well, the thing is,
Meanwhile,
the camera is telling us that the most damage in this fight is coming in the top lane. So that means we missed absolutely
oh, they're
nothing.
completely caught out. I don't think Ismailio gets to live. But the
He's
Sejuani ult prevents a lot of the damage, and the Ryze already half. It looks like a whole lot of oh wait, Sejuani's gonna give a reset maybe? Yeah, that's a reset. Jinx is already really fast, and now Draven's gonna die. That means Ahri's gonna die, and I think that might be, I mean, it's just gonna be Herald and top lane tower, right? But you don't like to see that whenever you already have objective bounties.
That is rough. That is rough. Man. One, the audacity of Ryze to just walk in the middle of 3 people and rune snare somebody. You
Well, they know.
this man.
Well, they know that if they get 1 kill, Viego and Jinx just pop off. So it doesn't matter if Ryze dies as long as CC and damage comes out.
That's true.
And Ryze didn't die.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the worst part. He didn't die. In fact, he made Milio pop all his CC removal and everything on himself. In fact, it was a smart play. He made sure that Milio was not going to save anybody's life. So I respect it. It's just hilarious.
The Herald gets used immediately. I don't think they're gonna get second charge off this.
No, definitely not. Unless they kill this Aatrox, which they may, but Sejuani is here. CC misses, so Viego's getting clean.
Yeah, they're abandoning Shelly to her fate. You got 1 tower, good job. Now get out of here.
I mean, this is the second Shelly anyway, who cares? This is just a clone of the original.
I'm really interested to see what item power spikes come from this reset. You've already seen like 2 items on almost every single champion.
Well,
the blue side.
Okay, I'm about to say,
Soul Keepers
every
has
champion.
1-0.
Rakan and Sejuani are playing a weird game.
They're just, you know, making it look like they want to fight over Vision. I mean, To be fair, Rakan has started some crazy engages. One of them worked out and one of them didn't. So at all times you see Rakan, you need to recognize that he might RW you for no reason. And you might just die.
It just
You
might
don't
be
know
the
what's
moment.
behind him. Yeah, you don't have vision behind him. You don't know what's behind him. It could be 4 characters.
Okay, Jinx is just letting Aatrox know what's up.
Yeah, they're grouping 4-1 split makes sense. Draven got some farm in the mid lane, but I don't know how he reaches his teammates. He's actually cut off by a wall of 4 blue players.
Oh,
Ari
hey, that
gets
was a
chunked to half, by
mistake.
the way. So she doesn't even have teleport, but even if she did, she would be next to useless. Luckily, they are able to escort Draven back, so it's not a big deal.
Why did they?
But
Why did they put Ari here?
I mean, you don't really have many options, right? Aatrox does the same thing. It's just
No.
Aatrox has teleport, sure, but do you want to use a teleport on card you're gonna lose anyways? There's no Baron pressure, so I don't hate it. But Ryze does get this 500 gold.
Oh man, this. I feel like they could have. I feel like maybe they should have just sent Aatrox down there and let Ari deal with Cassante.
I think it's really
Hey, I
easy to
said it right.
criticize every
Cool.
decision whenever you're down 9k. Like, it's just every decision is gonna look poor. So,
That's true. That's true. I'm not judging too harshly.
and Ari lived.
Oh.
So, you know what? Whatever. Really, what's
You are
interesting is
correct.
not that tower, but this dragon. Third Drake is not going to be the biggest of deals. Usually you'd cringe about it, but this game, like, there's no chance you can test it, so you just look to see what you can do elsewhere on the map. But, yeah, they're just going to easily get this Ocean Drake. And I would really
I'm sorry,
like to
I'm just
see
waiting.
Soul Keepers get vision on their red side, because Baron is the only other objective, and top lane tower is the only other objective really worth going for. But it looks like they're content keeping that area dark. Meanwhile, the blue side is just completely belonging to Ryze.
I mean, don't toss me real quick. What's the win condition here for them? What's the win condition for Soul Keepers here?
Basically, they have to hope that Sejuani gets an ult on a priority target, and that the other team just completely over-engages like they did before and doesn't get the kill. Because, again, the targets for the CC has been Sejuani and Milio. Sejuani lived, Milio didn't. But both cases, you have a chance where, like, they use a lot on a character that doesn't matter. If they don't get the reset, then maybe you have a chance. So you're really looking for them to make a mistake. You try. Oh, this is just doomed. Draven's gonna get completely owned here, and it doesn't matter that he has cleanse. Milio's next, and then Sejuani can maybe get away, but that's definitely Baron if they want it. They actually want the kills though. Sejuani cannot get away. I lied. And yeah, I mean, the charm doesn't matter. Oh, flash doesn't matter. Rocket, and yeah, I mean, Diego's looking for the Baron. The rest of the team's like, I don't care. I want to get whatever I can. So push mid. Maybe I'll come to Baron if I feel like it, but they literally can choose whatever way they want to end the game. Ari's actually dead here. That's actually too much. And the Baron is going to go over. And again, like, if you're Soul Keepers, you just have to start thinking about farming up, baiting out an engage, because
Oh my god.
so committal.
I'm sorry, I just watched that.
Wait. Actually, this Ryze might actually be way too overextended. Draven's gonna get so much.
Wait, hold on,
This
no.
Embrace is
Kill
too
him,
much
he's gonna
though.
kill him.
Draven's actually really low too. But Emilio saves him, so it's not a big deal. That is, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it feels good, because, like, that should not have happened. But the Seraph's Embrace cooldown and the Flash are all that are gone. And neither of those are going to be the thing that turns the fight. It's just, you know, it helps your ego a little bit. Yeah, like, Ryze is maybe overcommitting a bit much.
I'm gonna go ahead and knock the ego out of him. That was his 4th opponent. That was his 4th opponent. I just want you to know that. He fought Aatrox, almost killed him. After he killed Ari, Milio and Draven stepped up as some next contender types, and he almost killed them both. Okay? If he was a little bit more ballsy, he would have killed Draven right there.
I mean,
All
sure,
right.
but that was definitely the wrong play, right? There's no reason to risk
Oh,
it
no,
for these Magi stacks.
It was the wrong play.
He
But
was
it's the
he was trying to
entertainment.
Cassandra off. Cassante is a little overextended here too, but Cassante.
Aatrox is dead.
he's a-
Aatrox is gonna die. There's no. I
Cassante
don't
is
see
one of those
Aatrox living.
champions. It just doesn't matter if your head. Emilio
Well-
actually dies in 1 second, but the CC is so good on Jinx, but she got excited, so it doesn't matter.
Wow, that was the one time Ari did her job and didn't do anything.
I mean, yeah, it's a little late now. You have to bait out a huge mistake from them, and that wasn't the mistake they were looking for. Kasante is going in, though.
He wants to kill now.
He
He's
got it,
tired
he
of
got it, yep.
Aatrox.
And now they're just looking to end the game. They do not care. The ult on Jinx is a little good, so, you know, it delays her for a second before she absolutely wipes out Soul Keepers. And now they just get
Man,
the farm to base, get the inhibs, and end the game at their leisure. They get to do whatever they want.
hey, there was the ult you're talking about though, the one priority targets. It was there.
Yep. Man, I
It
mean,
happened.
yeah.
We can say it happened, and
Divine
that's
Temple
all.
did not give up enough mistakes to allow the comeback to happen.
And with the Rod teleporting minions into the fountain, they're just diving the fountain now.
Yeah. Jinx is
Well,
very excited, and she's got it.
huh? GG's, GG's all around. Winner of game one, Divine Temple. Soul
Yeah, I
Keepers
mean,
living up to their namesake.
I feel like both teams, they played to their draft, but that was that.
Yep. Well, that was great. I mean, hey, game two. We'll see if they learned anything from this.
I expect to see a slightly different draft. Um, I think they were not able to shut down the Jinx with something that is the most positioned to shut it down, so they might want to take that away. Um, and just try to make a little bit cleaner plays early game because that was just the start of the snowball.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like their main thing was they tried to get Draven ahead a little bit, and that didn't just pan out.
Well,
Maybe
that's
don't
the
feel
thing,
like
right? They tried to get Draven ahead, but they never committed the Sejuani early. They committed her later, and it was too late by then. Um,
yeah,
Sejuani gave up so much of her experience in farm to help top lane and mid lane. But Draven was just Dravening by himself, and that isn't always enough if the enemy bot lane isn't going to be cowered by it.
yep. I also disagree on that whole Sejuani. The like, what else? What's the word I'm looking for? Pathing. Yeah, her pathing. That race into a Raptors, whatever, into Krugs, into Red Buff. That is such a
I think it's fine, but you have to have the right setup for that. I think it would have been fine if they were blue side or if they were able to go to bot lane from there. But yeah, it was unfortunate that like you clear the minor camps early and then you're dead before you can actually capitalize on the respawn timer.
like what if Viego have been like, because Viego had vision on the Raptors. What if Viego was like, oh, she's not even level 2 yet. Let's go kill her.
He
Because
did
he
have the
was
mid
level
prio.
2.
He did have the mid prio, so it was definitely very
Yeah.
possible. But I also respect the cautious conservative. We're gonna just build up a lead by being the better farming champion. And I think that if there was an invade to be had, it was definitely in bot side because Sejuani showed top lane with only 3 camps done, and Viego had mid push. And yeah, the Medjai's buy from Rise, I mean, they definitely knew that they were ahead pretty quickly.
Hey,
And
always appreciate a flex.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think that they ever had any worries about this game once the Jinx got a kill. Which, to be fair, was only in team fights. There was some pressure on the Rise. Those 2 deaths of his were early game, but then
But they put so
Jinx
much
was allowed
work
to
in to
respawn.
get those kills too. So much was blown to kill
I
him.
wish they
Where
spent half of that work that they put top lane and mid lane to bot lane for sure.
definitely probably would have made something happen. Because nah, Roz was putting in work by himself. I think Vio came his lane once, and it was at the end of a gank that he survived. Like, was it ridiculous? That
I do
was
think, honestly, the way Rice played, you could tell that there were holes in his defense. Um, there's a reason why he died to that gank early. And yes, Sejuani Ari is really easy to punish any laner, but he wanted to go for the push anyways, despite being against the Sejuani Ari, looking to kill him. And Vigo
Yeah,
not really being able to counter. So I find it kind of interesting that that was like the solo queue mentality of push in, push in, push in, don't care about the pressure. And if Sejuani was able to punish that a little bit more, maybe it's a different game.
true, true, true. But it wasn't. So Devon Temple took the first game, and also just to know for everybody, Clinical took the first game off Brad Bolster Gaming. So congratulations to Clinical too.
Yeah, congrats to them. Again, this is a charity event. You can look in the chat anytime to click the link to donate.
Yeah,
Um,
remember, Team Feed, feeding America. Did he did? Oh, sorry, people. I'm talking to God. Give me a second.
God is telling us where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do. God says we're good, so there we go.
Yep. All right. So, yep. God fixed our problems because we asked. That's right. You don't ask, you heathens. I'm playing. I'm playing.
All right,
Anyway,
we are getting into draft. I really expect to see the Jinx not be on Divine Tempo's side. I just think that like
you think a
everything
Jinx
else
ban
was
is incoming?
manageable. No, I mean either that or a pick because everything else in that game was very manageable. But if you have a Draven lane and you let the Jinx snowball or farm for free, then that means you cannot handle the Jinx, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Super there. I believe the Kanye ban is incoming.
I mean, I think that Kanye was containable because yes, Aatrox did die twice, but if the rest of the map had gone differently, it would have been fine, you know? Actually, I could see the Cassante ban as well. I really think that this Jinx picks is going to be the decider of the draft for sure.
I think anything other than Draven. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but like anything other than Draven, I would have took a Zeri.
I think
Um,
he did
that actually
okay
would
on
have made
Draven.
sense with the pick, with the
Yes.
Milio pick.
He did okay on Draven. Like, let's not sell it short. Jinx was not exactly like getting a free lane, but it definitely required a little bit something more. And if you're not willing to put the jungle pressure down there, then you have to change the lane matchup for sure.
True. No, you're right. Or maybe if they keep the Draven, I'm sorry, maybe get like again. I'm reading the comments, so I'm agreeing here with Super on this one. Get a more aggressive support.
Yeah, I don't like the counter recon, but make our own lane kind of weird. And, you know, I don't know that much about Draven matchups to know if Milio's serviceable, but it did not look amazing there.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like anyone else with like more CC would have been good for Draven. I mean, hey, I would have even endorsed a Tarek pick. Tarek
Yeah,
Draven? Oh, that would have
yeah.
been amazing.
Tarek would have done nicely into the engage comp because you saw those team fights. Like it was engage on Sejuani, engage on Milio, and then just throw it at the wall, get a reset. If Tarek was there, maybe Jinx doesn't get excited, maybe Viego doesn't get a soul, and maybe even with the lead that the lanes had, it didn't turn into an immediate game win. So, I
True,
do
true,
think that does
true.
need to change.
And Leona is always the go-to if you're just talking about hard engage.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, it didn't look like they were looking for hard engage. What they were looking for was a way to survive the hard engage from the opposing team. And they were
Mm.
looking to pressure the Jinx, and neither of those things happened.
Nah, that's true. That's why they need to. I don't know. I'm just saying if you're going to try to, I don't know how I say this. I have how to say it in my head, but I'm not try to say it without sounding stupid. Um, what they built in Divine Temple was pretty much an all-in go
Hmm.
for it team, like you said earlier. Draven is built around a lot of having to move around a lot with his axes to fight. Okay, right?
Yep, correct.
High damage, all that. They picked Emilio to avoid the CC of the hard engage,
Yes.
but then they didn't build anything else to
Bridging
prevent the
draft,
hard
by the way.
engage.
I appear to have the wrong link, but I can watch it here. So the ban's already Casante's off the table, but they are leaving Jinx up. So I'm wondering if it's going to be the same pick. Oh, I see. So God has told me I am wrong, and
I'm about to say,
um,
what are you looking at?
um, our draft is just starting now. I was looking at the other draft, and they appear to be leaving Jinx up, so I hope that goes well for them. Let's focus on our draft, though.
Yep.
Um, so it looks like a
Okay.
Poppy ban again. They really seem to not want that to happen. I, I'm kind of surprised to see the Yone ban again. I guess they know they don't have to change their bans. The onus is on Soul Keepers to change their draft. Divine Temple's like, well, we'll just ban the same thing again. It's fine.
Yes, keepers. They kept, like you said, they kept the Poppy ban, but now they're banning Aphelios. Was Aphelios banned last game?
Yeah, this was their 3 bans last time. Which means that they are planning to do change of game plan and gameplay rather than draft. Sometimes that works. Nope, there's the Casante ban. Okay, so they are changing it a little bit, and I think that's respectable. I wonder if they have a plan for this Jinx then, because you can alter things other than just banning the Jinx, and I guess I am harping on the Jinx a little bit much, but that's because the Rise was under control, and I feel like Cassante didn't snowball as much. The Rakan pick is really nice. I expect to see the Jinx though here, or Zaya. I could also see Zaya being fine.
So Soulkeeper says we're just not gonna let you have that this time, and they pick it up themselves. Rakan over the Soul Keepers, and Divine Temple is like, okay, we'll raise you a cow.
Yeah, again, picking the hard engage. Notably, the difference is, however, that the Rakan is on the side of the potential Draven, which makes that lane completely different. But it looks like Divine Temple's like, if you're gonna let us press R into your team, we're gonna do it again. So I don't care if I'm on the cow or I'm on charming you. You're gonna get headbutted.
Um, they said we'll show you how to do this right, and let's see what the next. Let's see what the next pickup here is. He's gonna be the AD carry, mid laner. Ooh, an early jungle pick.
Okay, so they're just like, you know what? It seems like you guys want us to play back the same team comp. You let us have the Jinx or whatever. You made the same bands except one. We're just gonna throw something different at you because we think we can make this work too, and just leave you completely unaware of what's gonna happen. Hecarim is just slightly different than Viego in how they play out, and again, pressing R into them, yes. But if they're not picking the AD carry here, that means they're trying. Whoa, Kindred just instantly locked in.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a very different way to play jungle, Kindred and Sejuani. You need to be able to both have lane pressure with Kindred, and you absolutely need to not be sacrificing yourself for your lanes like you were last time. So I'm wondering if that's going to change, or if the playstyle is going to be similar. Aatrox again. Okay.
Okay, so keeping the Aatrox. All right, these are changes. I'm not sure these are the changes in the right places though.
No, I think they just accepted this is going to be a completely different game. It's not going to look like the last one at all. So they're just trying, a completely different method out, and that's fine. Changing from Sejuani to Kindred is gonna turn the entire map around. You can't play Sejuani or you can't play Kindred like you played Sejuani, and you can't play into Kindred like you played into Sejuani. I do like that they have just totally bought into pressing R on the enemy team
I'm about to say, do
and
you
take
remember
them
you said
outside.
press R? I mean,
Yeah,
so I'm not gonna lie. If Yasuo wasn't banned, I would say, hey, you know what this looks like.
I wonder if they're gonna
um,
change the Ori ban and Syndra ban into at all a Rise ban here. I
the
think they are
Zeri
gonna target the
ban.
mid lane again.
Let's see. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think your Rihanna ban is kind of a necessary thing now.
Especially with the
This,
Malphite, yeah, Hecarim
yeah, the ball
is
delivery system is too good right now. No, the
Talia also
Talia
kind of
ban. Ta-
forces
Talia.
it's really nice to wall half the team off and then focus on whichever side you want with the Malphite R. So it's respectable, but I do agree that the Oriana ban is going to be paramount here. I wonder
I'm
if they're going to go with another 80 carry here. They look like it. Not the 80 carries I would expect. So I think they're going to pick their 80 carry here, and it's something countered by these scaling champions.
okay. Well, I'm surprised Divine. Well, no, I'm not surprised Divine Temple took out Vayne.
Okay,
Vayne
so
was
do you take out the
definitely
Jinx?
been the answer here for
I think you
Soul
blind pick
Keepers.
Ori here. I don't think there's a matchup you fear at all. And you
I,
fear them actually taking the Oriana away from you, so Divine Temple might just put the Oriana here and blind pick 80 carry.
I would pick Oriana. No, they're gonna blind pick Zaya.
Taking the Zaya away from the Rakan is respectable. Also, Zaya is insanely good into all these R buttons.
True.
If you Malphite R and Zaya just presses R and laughs at you, I mean, your entire
Well, no,
comp
no,
is kind
no,
of sad.
no, no. Zaya's on the side of Malphite.
Yeah, that's why they're taking it. Because if Soul Keepers was allowed to get Zaya here, I think
Oh, I
Divine Temple's entire
misunderstood you
comp falls off.
completely,
Yeah. So I respect
man.
it because that means that Soul Keepers has to take Oriana here to deny it, and otherwise you get Oriana, so you're happy. And the Zaya is just so important to deny.
But will they do it though? That's the real question.
Kaisa
No, they pick
is
Kaisa.
interesting. I
Why
really
they pick
don't like
Kaisa?
the short range ED carry into the press R comp. It's a little scary. But if you can make it work, more power to you. Especially with the Kindred, you might be able to just like tank the pressing R, and then you've got a short range AD carry that's in melee range of all their champions because Zaya's gonna want to run up to the Malphite R.
Well, they
Syndra
picked
for the burst as
Syndra,
well.
so they want them to pick the Oriana here. That's the only
Uh,
reason you would pick
uh,
Syndra right there, is because they want them. They're trying to let them, I guess, predict the Oriana. But why would they pick Oriana and the Syndra then? Like they don't need the ball delivery system. It was just a good idea. Like the answer here is Cassidon. Like that's the
this
sad part.
this is such an interesting pick as well.
They just tried to Galaxy Brain. Did they just Galaxy Brain themselves? What happened here?
I mean, I don't hate the draft, right? You've got a completely different game than game one already. So you know that it's not going to just fall into the same patterns, at least, because the same patterns this last game was not acceptable. So it'll be interesting to see how the lanes do and how Kindred does. Kindred has to play more for herself, and we'll see if that happens.
Kindred is gonna. If Hecarim doesn't hunt down this Kindred, I don't know. I don't expect Kindred to have a good time in this jungle. I don't
Well,
expect.
yeah, because Hecarim doesn't have mid prio at any point, right? Cassidon's going to be constantly pushed in, so Kindred gets her amazing playground of invading all the time.
No, that is true. That is true. That's if Kindred takes advantage of that pressure that she's definitely gonna have. And I don't know. I think this is a bad draft from Soul Keepers. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a different draft, and that's step one because at this level, what really matters is that you get out of laning phase with a playable game. And they have a very clear goal: tank the Malphite R, tank the Hecarim R, and just melee range them to death with your burst characters. Um, and we'll have to see if that happens.
Well, I'm betting it won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aatrox gets to have such a freer lane here, so that he doesn't get killed 2 times in laning phase 1v1. That's the idea, hopefully. So he'll actually have an impact here. Kindred doesn't have to babysit really any of these lanes. Bot lane's like the scariest, but you know, if Kai'Sa Rakan doesn't get a gank, they're going to be fine. Whereas if Draven Milio didn't get a gank, they can't play the game. So Kindred gets the free time and the pressure to do what he wants. I think this draft has merit. It is true that you are very much scared of the R buttons, but you have a game plan and you can execute it. And if this jungler changes up the playstyle that lost them the early game of the last game, then I think it's fine.
All right. Well, you have heard Scarlett's intake on it. She has faith in them. Unfortunately, I don't. But I'm also a pessimist. So,
But I think Champions Select is just a little too early to call a team out and say they're gonna lose. But
never. I've played ARAM.
prerogative. Yeah. Aaron's a little different, I think. But
Oh,
I guess
I
I don't
know
have
it's
that much
different.
ARAM experience.
I know it's different, but not really. But at the same time, yeah. If that confused anybody, don't worry. You're just not as big brain as I am, and that's okay. But now that we've said our predictions, said what we had to say, we'll go ahead, take another quick break, and once we get back, guys, we'll be in the game 2, which may or may not be the last game of this evening. Am I right? 2 out of 2. It was 2 or 3, or was it 3 or 5? What are we doing here? Okay, best of 3. So I'm right, and if anybody laughed, I don't care. I don't.
God
Anyway,
has
we'll see y'all in a few.
confirmed your suspicions of best of 3.
I think of you when I'm intoxicated. I don't know why I get frustrated. Oh, babe, I was on your mind. Last night we fell by your side. Oh, you can't deny. I bet you wish it's you and I can see that you still try. Oh, your sweetest dream. Time flies by and you still look so dumb. Getting bored too soon of your new hun. Don't even get me started on. You think you're the beat to every ghost drum. I see a boy who missed his home run. Boo-hoo, you can miss me with that shit. I think of you when I'm intoxicated. I don't know why I get frustrated. Oh, babe, I was on your mind. Last night we fell by your side. Oh, you can't deny. I bet you wish it's you and I can see that you still try. Oh, your sweetest dream. But only in your memory. Only in your memory. By your side it's you and me. Only in your memory. You wish it's only you and me. I really need to get some sleep. Used to say it's you and me. Only in your memory. Only in your memory. Oh, babe, I was on your mind. Last night we fell by your side. Oh, you can't deny. I bet you wish it's you and I can see that you still try. Oh, your sweetest dream. But only in your memory.
Je n'ai jamais poursuivi la gloire. Et la silence des mémoires, des sons, des chansons. Moi j'aime les mondes subtils, légères et gentils, comme des bulles de savon. J'aime les voir se prendre, les soleils, les traînes, voler sur le ciel. Sur les ciels bleus, vibrer subtilement, les yeux brisés. Je n'ai jamais poursuivi la gloire. Marcher, ce sont des traces. Et j'ai mis rien de plus. Marcher, il n'y a pas de ciment. Les ciments se créent en marchant. Les marchands se créent les ciments. Et les tournants, les jeux de guerre. On voit les sentiers qui jamais ne doivent de nouveau être affolés. Marcher, il n'y a pas de ciment. Sinon c'est lui d'étoiles dans les mers.
Okay, so yeah, interesting. They were able to pause. It's fine. So we're starting into this game. Interesting
Yeah,
setup. This
yeah, we
time
back.
again 5 stack with 5 point for DT.
Up, listen. Shout out to this. Shout out to Wushi Woo, the man by the corrupting pot. He ain't
They were
by
able
no
to
Doran
sneak it
shield.
down with 5 people this time. Last time they were spotted immediately. This
Oh,
time
well, to be
they're being a
fair,
little sneaky.
no one's
Also,
watching except for Zaya.
Zaya is not
see?
going to be able to get away from this if they're able to correctly. All right, they're spotted. Never mind. They get a word at most. Actually, do they want more? Their top laner is still here.
All 5 are just miling around. So yeah, I think they want more. They want this buff. It's theirs. Unless a Divine Temple comes to say something about it, which it doesn't look like they are.
Yeah, I mean, cross map is not the worst for either team. It's kind of interesting for secondary spawns. But it looks like everything's gonna calm down. Kassadin is first lane, but he's melee, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He's
so.
still not gonna be able to get push. Kendra's actually going for the cheese gang, actually. This could be big. Everyone's gonna be level 1 in this game. And we're gonna see it in a second.
The thing is, they saw Kindred come down.
They're going on the
right?
cow first. They're on the cow first. And that's it. That's the gank. And now Kindred is a little bit behind Hecarim. It might not matter because of the mid prio, but I don't know. Cheesecake doesn't. I mean, you go into Alistair and you hope for what? But that's okay. Like they've got a strategy at least.
This wasn't gonna work just for the fact that they knew they walked through wards. They knew they left wards on the way out when they ran. So they know they walked through those wards to get to the lane. They saw Kindred coming down.
Yeah, I mean, it released some pressure on bot lane, regardless of if the gank works at all. So it's not completely a wash, but this Hecarim now gets a cheese gank with no punish. They get a flash. That's it. Okay.
Okay. I just hate to disagree with you on this, but I just want to put out for pressure. Zaya's already up CS.
Yeah, but they were always going to push in. Now they just push in a little bit slower. The cheaty back isn't nearly as good. In fact, they might get canceled here from minimap looking. Yeah, they do get canceled. So, like, the Kindred gank alone did stop the cheaty back. But the Hecarim gank on the top lane was a lot more impactful. However, on the other hand, I mean... Oh, wait, Kindred actually is going to get a sick gank here. That's a flash at least. It might be more. Don't get too greedy, though. Okay, she's fine.
You know you wanted her to die too. You know you thought you clicked one click too many.
No, but this is the problem with it though. You get low enough because of the tower shot, and then you walk towards where you know the Hecarim is, flash out, but wait, is the Hecarim too great? Not at all.
No,
not at all.
Is this too
And everything's falling apart. Everything is falling apart already.
And Rakan's onto Zaya, but Zaya does not care because Zaya is just throwing out feathers at Rakan.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get the cheetah back. It's just going to be... No one's going to die in this lane. So, it's not much to talk about there. Cassidy gets the TP back in. Syndra's still holding her TP. But, I mean, you're not going to be able to fix the CS differences between Game 1 and Game 2, but you have to point it out, right? Already a Cassidy and a melee champion, having gotten ganked, is up 15 CS.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. That's rough. I would say
Syndra's looking for an invade, and it's the one time you'd almost never have to look because you think Syndra's gonna have Prio and Cassidy, but this time, oh wait, no, she's actually going for the gank from an angle that isn't worded. Cassidy is a little aggressive here. He's not 6 yet. He's acting like he is though.
And Cassidy is hugging the other side of the lane. So
right,
he's gonna have to
Syndra
walk
has no
through.
items, so it's not a typical gank. Syndra has no items. Cassidy only has a tier, so it's not like he has really items either, and it just dissipates to nothing.
Yeah, and because he was on the other side of the lane from where Kendrick was, he just kind of walked away.
Oh, this count actually might make me eat my words. There might be a death here. Heal out. Summoners traded, and yeah, no one's gonna die.
Hey, listen, still a lot of summoners. I mean,
Yeah,
flash off for Khan.
This is what you expect from the Xayah Kaisa lane, so it's not the worst. It's the fact that you gave up Kindred CS to make it to this state. This would be a fine lane if it was in isolation. You know, you're down CS, sure, but you're Kaisa, you scale. But not only are they down CS, but they also made the Kindred be down CS.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they didn't have to do the gank. That's just kind of my thing. They didn't have to. They chose to. It didn't pan out, and I can't feel pity for anybody. I can't.
I mean, ironically, that gank would have worked so well last game. But this game, yeah, you're not really looking to get much. And this Kassadin's absolutely bullying the Syndra.
Yeah, Cass is level 6 now. I don't know about you, but this lane's over.
So, no, you still have TP advantage, so you can't say it's completely over. And there is definitely jungle pressure.
I mean, he doesn't even feel pressure because Syndra has no mana. Can't even press R.
TP, so that's why. Actually, she does feel pressure. Kassadin is able to R out, but Hecarim's coming too. I think Kassadin survives, but it's gonna... Oh, is he going for the kill?
Yeah, it looked like he was. If Syndra stepped a little bit closer to the wall.
Kendra, no mana here. Hecarim's going way too deep though. Even if he gets the kill, right? That's definitely a dot.
Oh,
that's so bad for Hecarim there. I don't think that was worth it at all.
No, it wasn't. Not.
And now Syndra has so much gold, she gets the recall, get the teleport back in, and she should be able to dominate the Kassadin again.
Rakan is here.
Wait, but you have no mana on the Syndra. It doesn't matter though.
Executed. What? Hold on. Stop.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Oh. Don't mention it. It's fine because you get the XP, you get the Syndra lane priority without even expending the teleport. She got the kill on Hecarim. It's so worth it. And you know, Rakan doesn't really have the tools to be able to force that kill. He has to land the Q, and it didn't happen. So execute.
Now I need that. Now I need someone to clip that. That was hilarious.
The crab is actually fight over this point. It looks like Hecarim denied the... Wait, I've seen a red question mark ping. I think that Kindred got it, actually. So Kindred got the sack, which is nice for her. but she has not utilized her ability to invade at all. Which, to be fair, is kind of hard to do whenever Syndra's constantly pushed in, but it still feels like a bit of a miss. But the games that she's gotten weren't the worst either.
Nope.
Meanwhile,
Also,
notice
wait,
that
let's
this
prove what's wrong. Oh, okay, hold up. Stuff's happening. Go ahead and
no
tell us
level
what's going
6 on
on.
Kindred. This is a doomed fight. This is just absolutely doomed.
No flash either.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to see whenever you're going for a Genghis Kindred is the Hecarim, and now it spills over
Double
the
ult.
top lane as well. The flash
Oh,
to
press
death
alt
combo!
and flash.
Oh, that feels so bad. And yeah,
It hurts to
Syndra's
watch.
not able to lane. Alright, so basically at this point, you just gotta look at the Kaisa. Can she scale enough?
I'm gonna say no.
I
Oh,
mean-
wait, were you asking me? The answer's no.
I was asking God, but I don't think God will be able to answer yet.
I don't know. God, what's your input? God has given us his
However-
input, and unfortunately, it's not for you mortals to hear.
Wait, this gets the flash out of Zaya. I mean, that's a win. That relieves the pressure
I
on them,
think-
allows her to scale more.
That was a very preemptive flash. I think Kaisa was okay. I don't think that was necessary, but it
Yeah,
looks
you
cool.
have Desire R. You have Desire R. It's not the worst of flash there, because
True, it still
that
has
is your
ghost
lose
too.
condition, that you die to a gank or something. Caston's actually down here to put some pressure on. I think he's on a ward, but the bot lane doesn't care. They're just fighting like it's not happening. Zaya ult is really missed, and yeah, there's no way for Zaya to live here, but will Caston be able to kill everyone afterwards?
Oh,
Probably.
should have stuck in the
Caston is
Kindred
full
ult.
health, full mana, and is just going to be able to clean up. Only gets the recon so far. Syndra's on the way down, but I don't think that Caston fights any longer than he has to. Meanwhile,
Hold up,
top
is
lane is going to be the
Aatrox about
1v1
to kill
fight.
Malphite?
Caston actually goes in. Syndra's here, but I don't think she has the damage to kill Caston with the magic shield. It's close. The death, and that's not worth for Caston. And now Kaisa gets to crash in. Hecarim does deny the stack, but Aatrox, by the way, absolutely gets to crash the wave top lane. You will see a teleport out from Malphite, but that was a 1v1 force to TP. I don't know.
No
this
flash
actually
of
goes
Syndra.
somewhere. Syndra was
Yeah,
just
this-
randomly walking the wrong direction, and it might cost her. It does. I think, yeah, she doesn't even get a kill.
No. Hey, Rakon's
She
here.
got greedy for the ward. Rakon's here, yep. Wait! Wait, they TP for this, which means
Hey,
they...
Malphite's coming down.
I mean,
Wait.
well, no, Cassidon.
TP got stopped. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter because he
Aatrox
wants Aatrox.
actually gets 1v1 as well. No flash. So
Yo.
they use TP to get a kill.
Yo,
It's fine
okay.
because you already have TP top lane, although that was used as well.
We just
Um,
watched Aatrox almost kill Malphite. And then he comes back to lane, full HP, walks it back and decides to teleport. Aatrox with less than half HP decides, you know what's a good idea? I'm going to stop it. And then he just gets murked. I'm
Right,
sorry,
but-
that's karma.
We did see Divine Temple use 2 TPs for 600 gold. They didn't use it for an objective. Dragon's coming up. We don't have TPs on the other side as well, so it might not end up mattering. But if you can isolate the Malphite away from the fight by leaving the Aatrox there, you might be able to have a chance on the 4v4 without Malphite ult.
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, and real quick, let's give a shout out to Asher for going ahead and donating $25. Thank you, Asher. We see you, bro. We appreciate you.
Alright, both teams are putting priority on the dragon. It does look like a 4v4 because the top laner has teleport.
And Aatrox wants to work.
I like how
And-
neither team is getting mid prio. Cassidon might be on the way. Bot prio is firmly on the side of...
Whew.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a really clean flash to
Okay, so
look
the Soul
at.
Keeper's gonna go for the steal here. Dumpling is able to get it. That was a bit missmite from Hecarim, I think. And then the fight afterwards actually is not that close.
Mm.
But they get the dragon, right? Like, you're happy to get the dragon there.
And
Yes, you give up the kills
Cassidy
for
wants
it,
more.
Yeah,
The
but you're
flash.
not gonna get it. That's not real. That's not real. You're not diving that deep into. Wait, actually. Oh, messed up.
Oh,
Wait, is he
just
dead
killed
here?
himself?
Is he?
Yeah, he just
I
killed
think
himself.
There's no one coming. There's no one coming.
Yeah, he killed himself.
And we're gonna miss it off camera. But
Wait, no,
in 2
hold
seconds-
on. This is taking a lot
no,
longer.
there's no way. The Kaisa W gets this. Cassidon's
No.
there. Syndra
No,
gets it.
he's
Surely,
walking the
surely.
Syndra. No, he's
Okay, they
just
don't
gonna
know.
recall. He's just gonna
And top lane gets
recall.
solo killed. Well, just unfortunate place there. But they got the dragon. The herald looks like it's just gonna be used out of spite. They're gonna get the tower.
Yo, what just happened? Why did Kaiser let that walk away?
I assume she was worried about the Kassadin.
Oh,
you know-
man.
That's a valid fear. I think at this point in the game, though, you do have to take every chance you get. Just because of... I mean, I guess they don't know how far behind they are, but it does look like one of those games where 14 minutes ticks by and you get objective bounties.
Hey, they have a scoreboard. They know they know where they are at this stage. They know. They see it's 4-12, and they're the 4. They know. That's a 6-1 Hecarim. That is terrifying.
It is interesting to me if the Syndra can get enough gold to just be able to kill the Xayah on the way down from her ult. Because even though she's behind in CS, she's got the 2 kills. And this doesn't go anywhere, right? Yeah.
No.
The E was very good from Syndra to stop the Kassadin from chasing, and then Hecarim was just there alone, like, hello.
You saw him. You saw him pause and like think about it for some reason.
Yeah, like wait, I'm supposed to have a Kassadin here. What's going on?
Also, Caston is doing his job.
By the way,
He's making-
I'm gonna check on
Go
Kindred
ahead.
stacks. She has completed one hunt.
How did
And
she
that was
have
that
only
crab we saw
one?
earlier. Kindred stacks aren't the most impactful thing, but the first 7 are really key. Having one at 14 minutes is unfortunate. I was wrong, by the way. Objective bounties are not coming up, so you know it's not completely as cursed as you would think from the score. Aatrox can still somewhat lane against Malphite. Some
Man,
level, so.
yeah, despite being 0-3, he's holding his own there. Also, he's
Yeah.
0-3. When did that happen?
Mostly from 1v1 plays, unfortunately. It wasn't that many ganks or anything.
Yeah, I know, because Malphite has
Aatrox
0
actually
assists.
Looking for a fight. They know the jungler's on their side, but it still seems a little aggressive. They don't have any vision of where Kindred could be. It does look like we're gonna get a 3-3-3 in the bot lane.
Oh yeah, looks like Kendrick's heading down, but Hecarim looks like he's heading towards the mid lane. He's
Wait,
trying to
I
wrap
am not
around.
solo kill. Sorry, I was looking at the
Woo
video now to
claims
see what
another
play was
soul.
playing up, and Malphite just absolutely destroys Aatrox. The charm completely whiffs here. He gets rooted while under it, but the Kindred is here in time. It doesn't matter though, because Kai'Sa's gonna survive. Wait, the flash in? Actually dead. I lied completely. Kai'Sa's gonna clean up, but that kill's still really good for them. The Kindred ult is just gonna delay things. I don't like Syndra walking in here, because at most it gives them a kill, but she's definitely dead for it. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Where is
she's
Kassadin?
dead.
Kassadin
chasing
chases
down
the one
Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa. It doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah, because Kai'Sa wrapped around and killed Alistair, who flashed away from Syndra and was just stuck right there in the back little alcove. He couldn't go anywhere because he had Kai'Sa on one side and Syndra on the other. So he just kind of got murdered.
Yikes.
Yeah, so
all that happens just before dragon. They can definitely give up a dragon here. Something.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one to contest except for this Rakan.
This
What's
Hecarim
Rakan
is
gonna do?
completely out of control. Up 3 levels on the Kindred, which is what we call unfortunate.
Yep. But it looks like they're gonna put off the dragon for another second. I mean, I'm looking at it right. Objective bounties did just come up for the blue side, so they can take the Rift Herald away from them.
One key difference this game, though, again, the fact that they've got the Kai'Sa versus the Xayah instead of Draven versus Jinx. The late game is not said and done if Soul Keepers are behind. This is another solo kill that I'm watching. I don't really want to comment on it because it's more the same.
I will. Wooshi Woo claims another. Will the man stop? Probably not.
Malphite still has R, by the way, if he wants to TP down for this dragon. So there is no chance you ever contest this. I don't even think Kindred dies for the chance to steal. But she is gonna
That's
Yeah.
the most disrespectful way to get killed by a Malphite.
Wait,
You
actually,
just got
Zaya's
walked
kind of in
down.
trouble here.
Whoa,
Zaya
hold
absolutely
on.
should not have died there. No ultimate, though. It doesn't respect it. Hecarim is coming in like he can win this fight. I don't know. Malphite R is too good, though. It doesn't even get the Kindred R because there's no R. All the ultimates are used last fight. Malphite's still taking. He doesn't give a crap. What is going on? The shield from Rakan's really good. This actually turns into a kill. Huge shutdown. It unfortunately goes to Rakan. Not an execute, though. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot that Divine Temple should not have let happen. That's Zaya messing up, not having R, but playing like she does. That's Hecarim going in whenever there was no clear reason to. And that's a lot of gold to the carries, well, to Rakan. But also to the other carries of Soulkeeper.
In the meanwhile, while that was all going on, I'm pretty sure Cassidy killed. I think Cassidy killed Kaisa. While that was all going on, I believe that Cassidy killed Kaisa. Was it whoever wasn't there? Because Aatrox was dead, so I think it was Kaisa who was bot lane, and I'm pretty sure he killed her. Because then he took the tower.
I really don't like this Cassidy being this aggressive. Like, if he was spotted on Vision, and there's no pressure elsewhere on the map, so even though he's Cassidy, he still has to respect it a little bit, right? It doesn't matter though. He's so good. You can just
I
R
would
out
agree with that
everything.
if there was anybody here who was a threat to him.
Yeah.
The name of the threat. No one. Like, there's not a single person who can fight him in this game yet.
Soulkeeper's looking like they want to fight for Herald. I don't see it. I don't see any world where they ever get this Herald. The level 2 disadvantage on Aatrox is just going to mean he's absolutely never going to have priority. So even though they're putting numbers here,
Here we go
Jason
again.
even has TP advantage. Look, all of this posturing is just going to land them with a death. Kaisa has no chance to look. Oh, Kindred ult. They actually survive all the
ult.
ultimates coming out, but Zaya's still absolutely doing a wreck on all of their health bars. I am shocked that they got away with that, and it ends up in their favor slightly.
They only got away with it because of Kindred. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
which
only
again
reason.
is the entire point of the comp, right? You see Malphite looking for an R, you press R in Kindred, you survive the ult, suddenly they're in melee range of your Kaisa, you feel pretty good. But
The
they're
only
so
issue
far
here
behind
is-
that they're not able to punish, despite
Yeah, I was about to
executing
say.
perfectly.
That's what I was about to say. The only issue is that Kaiser's not online. She can't do anything once they get there. In fact, she was the target. She got blown up.
I mean,
Dang.
it shows that the basic idea of the comp is sound, though, right? It
I mean,
just
we
means that,
never-
like, you know, 10 minutes from now, if they're somehow still in the game, maybe they can pull something out just by sheer scaling. Because Divine Temple has not shown a different strategy. Their strategy has been engage, go in, kill someone. If Kindred R just stops all that, maybe there's a chance they can pull it out. I know you are gonna say no chance at all, but you know, some of us like to believe.
Oh no, I was about to say you're all right on that one, but it actually depends on if they can stay in this game for another 10 minutes. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
right
This
now
Herald
the
is gonna
split
look to
they've got
accelerate a
going
little bit.
on, yeah, the split they got going on too. This is what can work for
But
them
look
if
at
they
this
just out
over-aggression
pressure them.
again from Alistar. Hecarim's going in, and there's no reason to. They get a flash out of Kaisa, but if this Hecarim dies, it's a 700 gold bounty. If Alistar's able to make sure that the Hecarim doesn't fall, but he's gonna fall himself. Yes, they're using flashes, but this is so much gold going over to the carries for no reason. This is a huge shutdown. Who gets it? Aatrox actually back into the game. And now Zaya has to use R. Maybe she gets some kills on the backswing, but you don't want to see it. I don't care that this Cassidy gets a double kill, because now Zaya goes down, Cassidy cleans up, but what are they going to get off it? They can't Baron, they can't take a tower, Syndra's still alive, and the gold difference is just, what are they doing? They're diving onto a Syndra that will never die. Cassidy gets the triple, but Kaisa is going to be able to not chase down Cassidy.
Oh wait, hold on.
But-
What's outside the bush? Anyway,
No, he didn't want to get, if he got close enough to ward the bush, I think
yeah,
Cassidy
he would
kills
have
him.
died. He would have died.
But again, like, yes, the score
He-
says
he- wait, he pushed out the
for
lane.
free. Wait.
pushed out the
Oh my
lane.
god, Cassidy could have gotten away, but he says, no, I actually want more. It's not good enough. Huge shutdown to Kaisa. Again, Divine Temple is playing their own worst enemy. The last 5 minutes alone has been deciding that they want to get to a late game. Because they decided that, you know what, we feel bad for Soulkeeper. Let's give him some gold. Let's give him some gold
Yeah,
And
people
Soulkeeper
usually
is
do
more
feel
than
bad
happy.
for Soulkeeper.
to take it.
I don't know about giving the money
Again.
part.
The unchecked aggression there for they believed that they could do whatever they wanted. They believed they could press R and right-click the Nexus and be done. And instead, they've got a game situation where, yes, you still got a 3-item almost Hecarim. You've got a 8 and 3 Kassadin. But there is no reason why Soulkeeper should still be in this game. And there's actually a chance of them winning.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm watching the same game you are, so I can't say anything but you're right on this one. I mean, they're being too aggressive. And I think they're being too aggressive because they're seeing what you're seeing. That if they do let them scale, they can win. And I think that's the issue is they're trying to rush this now. Like, they realize they're ahead, they still
Are
have
you
the
ready for
power
another soul
here.
kill, by the way? Are you ready? It's gonna
Please
happen.
don't let him walk you down a
And,
fourth
He
time.
gets to press R because they don't care about what happens here. Is he gonna press R? I guess not, but... You know,
Okay,
it
so-
happens sometimes. They actually don't
Yeah.
get a soul kill, though. They do get the 3rd dragon, which is impactful.
Hopefully.
I don't think the Kindred should go in. Dying for
Listen.
this is not worth it.
I was about to say, when has that ever stopped anybody from trying to die for Dragon?
I know, I hate when Dragons do that. I'm like, even if you get it, your death is not worth the risk. And they're like, no, I am the best smiter in the world. There is 0 chance this gets by me. And then they just die. So
Yep.
respect to Kindred for holding back there.
You're better than every solo queue jungle I've ever played with. All right.
Cassidy going in. I think
Syndra.
this is the correct kind of aggression because this should be a kill. The Seraph's Embrace is just too much.
No,
and there's
doesn't need it. He
Wait,
has
bot lane's
Seraphs.
coming down. Bot lane's coming down. Heck,
It does-
Rakan does chase pretty well. He goes for the minion hit. You go on to Rakan, there's no chance, right? Okay,
Oh,
Zon,
there's
yeah,
the
we'll
top.
sit here and wait. We'll sit
That's-
here and wait. Thank you for your 2nd bounty in the last 5 minutes.
Why wouldn't you just...
They do get the tower.
Why? Come on, Kassadin.
I mean, it's not the worst. One
It's
for
not the
one,
worst
yes,
thing,
bad,
but he had
things up.
options. Also,
Okay, ready for
Malphite
the
does
steal
not
kill?
care about Aatrox now.
Aatrox thinks he can turn it back, and decides against it. Good on him. I also was looking to change the math, though. For the first time, will Aatrox die in a 1v2 instead of a 1v1? But he spotted, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, we're trying to set records here?
They're actually sending the whole team. Like, both sides are sending many numbers here. The tower's still technically alive, so this aggression is a bit much. Alistair does not break the chain. He is not unchained. Now he is, but it doesn't matter. He's undead, unalive, as it were.
See, I'm not upset that that happened because that's the racist Alistar skin, and I'm glad to see it go. All right.
I mean, it's just another moment where they're looking for the next play instead of thinking about the overall objective. They didn't really have an idea of who was going to be there. They didn't really have an idea of what to do next. They just wanted to kill, and unfortunately, they get punished for it. Okay,
Hold up, Rakan
Yeah,
is.
that guy is still fed. But doesn't matter. He
Yeah.
goes in rather than just walking away. Malphite is going to be
Hold
big,
on,
but
Malphite's
the Kindred ult again saves them. Xayah's ult's going to be amazing here, though. You have to imagine. And yeah, it doesn't work out for them because yes, they are able to tank the R's, but the follow-up is not there. Here it is now, but you're jumping onto a Hecarim that just 1v1s you easily, and there's a Xayah there who still has R, by the way. Kassadin can easily clean up whatever the ones on the side, and now Kaisa is super dead. That's going to be at least some kind of objective. I have to imagine, like a Baron. Rakan lived a lot longer than I thought. They're actually chasing here. I don't think chasing here makes sense, but you know what? They go for it. Whatever. The cow gets it. Nice. But it doesn't really delay their Baron, so it doesn't matter.
I support giving support gold.
Reduced to auto attacking because he has no mana. The Booba finally bails him out. I don't think the Kassadin can 1v1 Baron with just auto attack.
I don't think Kassadin can 1v1 Baron, period.
But he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he doesn't have to. He has a team behind him. For once.
For once.
What? Every time we go in, he's never there. This is the first time he's been there. And look what happened. They won so easily because by the time the Kindred were off, they were all low HP and he just pressed R and just void walked into. And the man
You
has
have
his
to
zombies
imagine
down.
that this gets to desperation though. Before you had the excuse of, well, at least we scale. Maybe we can, you know, figure out our comp. But now you're talking about a Baron that lasts until Soul spawns. turrets are going down. You can pretend that you scale a little bit, but Cassian's level 16, and everyone knows that thing's a monster.
Yeah. Plus, he has his Zanyas now, and remember how I said earlier, there's no threat to him now.
The
I
only
meant to, I
threat
want
to
to take
him
it
is
back.
himself.
Yeah.
The only threat to him is himself.
Really, right now, it's pretty much anybody he looks at, he can just go in on and have no consequence. Also, unlike a lot of Cassidans, this one took Flash. He
We do have to.
he
We
he has a
you'd
no
have to.
consequence button on his no consequence button. I
You have to
mean,
look at
this
how
is
overloaded
ridiculous.
the top lane is right now. Yes, they have Baron, but there's no vision for either team on the Dragon side. It looks like they don't even care about Soul. They just kind of want to pressure everything at once. Alistair might look to change that, because I don't think they're going to really pressure these towers.
To be fair, I didn't see what dragon was coming up next. I don't know if it's gonna be a Inferno Soul or just a Mountain Soul. So I wouldn't be too worried about it either. Especially when they can just take these towers. I mean, also they're not leaving their base. That's one thing they've made sure of is there's nothing out there for them. They have no more towers or anything. Everything for Soul Keeper in this game is in this base right now.
Yeah, and Divine Temple's like, you know what, we'll keep the pressure up and Hecarim can solo the dragon, it doesn't matter. And this is an instance where maybe because there's no Kindred, Kindred could sneak out, do a special mission, get the steal, maybe even survive, but it's so risky that I understand not going for it. What you do want to look for though, because you have to imagine Hecarim's on the dragon, maybe you look for a 5v4, but Hecarim's so fast that by the time they get the message, their inhibitor's gone, and it's just not really material. Because engaging into the Alistair Malphite Kassadin combo also looks very difficult.
Yep. Also, that's Infernal Soul taken by a Divine Temple. 3 inhibitors about to go down.
I mean, Infernal Soul, to be fair, doesn't change the math, right? It's still a burst comp that tries to kill everyone at once, so you still have Kindred Ult. Kindred Ult doesn't care about Infernal Soul.
Oh no, I'm just letting everybody know.
Soul. Yeah.
I'm
It's just not the most impactful soul here.
Hey, I'm just helping I'm helping our illiterate audience members.
Alright,
you
so
couldn't
3
see
hits
it.
down. This always scares me as a solo queue player because you're giving 3 waves of supers and you're farming absolutely nothing. But I just want to do a quick Kindred check here.
Is she up to 3 now?
No, she has 2.
Oh wow, I said that's a
not
joke.
Changing. That's not changing. There's no chance that she gets any camps, and it's extremely doubtful that she would get a mark from a kill here. So she is essentially playing without a passive.
How does she have 4 kills and yet no 2 hunts? That doesn't even
most of
make
them were in
sense.
fights, I believe. So I imagine that one of them came from one of the team fights, and then the other one she didn't get an assist on the mark thing or something.
Should I catch the VOD? I got to catch the VOD of this game later because there's no way no hunt spawned inside her own camps.
I think it's really emblematic of the playstyle that she chose here, where she ganked a lot of lanes and did not counter Rumble. And part of that, you have to look to the mid lane, which was losing a range versus melee matchup, so even though you expect to be able to invade, maybe you can't. But part of that is, like, there's got to be some time to invade, and there never was for Kindred here. Okay, again, the aggression looks like it might be too much, but then again, it's Infernal Soul, right? Like, Kindred Ult, they just have to wait it out. The Zanya's a bit early. Kindred Ult does come down, but I just can't imagine that they get bursted out. The Nexus also is a threat, by the way. Kindred Ult doesn't save that. It's also over, and they're diving the fountain, and it's actually just over. 5 for 0. Triple kill for Kassadin. Sorry, Alistair did fall, and then that's the game.
Well,
I mean, for your first tournament and your draft going that well, I mean, Soulkeeper has to be pretty proud of themselves, you know? I think that they played well in a lot of ways. There were a few key decisions that are easy to fix, right? Like, you just have to spend some more time on your level 1 plan. And then suddenly that game looks completely different. And that's not a CS thing. That's not like you need 20 hours practicing CSing a week for you to get better. You just need to make some different decisions. And that's really easy to fix. And I think that for their first showing, it was really impressive to see they were able to adapt. Game 2 looked completely different than Game 1. And they were able to pick up what Divine Temple was willing to hand them because Divine Temple was definitely willing to hand them a little bit of rope to maybe look at the game and say we can win. So if you're looking at growth alone between game one and game two, I mean that game looked completely different, right?
Oh yeah,
Um,
like you said, for improvement, there was definitely improvement here.
yeah.
Like
Um,
this was great. Like they actually had a couple of moments there when it was like, okay, like they bringing it back. I respect
Yeah,
that.
the Kindred pick was amazing, and the Kindred play in team fights was really good. I think the main thing that they really want to look forward for their next tournament is just improving the cohesion, improving the level one ideas, and figuring out what they want to do with the lanes, basically.
Yep. Because listen, they did like we said earlier. This whole comp was built around just blowing them all up at once, and they definitely had some moments where they actually had a full team fight. Like so, good job, guys. This was a good showing. Hopefully, if you're up to it, we'll see you during the regular season.
Meanwhile, if you look at Divine Temple, they were able to play two very different styles. Well, okay, they were both run in and press R, but two very different styles of laning
Yeah,
phase
they don't
champions.
change much. they
Um,
don't
the
change.
laning phase, however, was completely different, right? You're talking about Viego and Hecarim, the Malphite, and the I remember what champion it was.
Who?
Cassante.
Hecarim.
No. I was talking about the difference in their champion pool. They switched from Cassante to Malphite, Viego to Hecarim, and from a ranged mid laner to Kassadin, Rise to Kassadin. Um, they were able to show a lot of variety. Like, you don't look at these two games and say, well, we have a clear ban here. I mean, maybe Jinx, but the Xayah did not look that much worse than the Jinx. And the Jinx was looking terrifying. So if I'm going to be playing this team next week, I have to really think about the draft because it's not easy.
That's true.
Um, and they were able to play the laning phase in the different ways that needed to happen. I mean, you solo kill an Aatrox both on Cassante, yeah, that happens sometimes. But then you do it on Malphite, and that really says that you know how to
Five
play these
times.
lanes. I mean,
Five
yeah, but
times.
it's really the first time that's impressive. After you've killed them 2 or 3 times, then it's kind of like, okay, well, Aatrox can't play the game.
Please, it was funny every time. It's the most disrespectful way to kill someone on Mount Fight. Walk them down. Please, couldn't be me because I wasn't in the game. But still,
I am kind of interested to see if Divine Temple will be able to face the counter engage like Kindred, like Tarek, like Braum, and be able to say that we are going to correctly be aggressive. At some point, it was very clear that they didn't think it mattered how aggressive they were. And in the end, it didn't. So, it's not really wrong. But they were clearly just going for kills' sake. And maybe in a different situation that could have cost them. But
but it
yeah,
didn't. So we don't
it
have to talk
didn't.
about it.
Right, but if you're their opponent next week, you have to keep that in mind and think about how drafting that way may get you to get some dividends that unfortunately Soulkeeper was not able to capitalize on.
Yeah, you may actually have consequences to your actions next time.
Well, I'm very interested to see how the drafts look next week since both teams are able to see the stats, and especially since the team facing Divine Temple has two VODs to watch. Now, the VODs were very one-sided, but there's still some things to look at, you know?
Yep. There are. And
So it
this
turns out that Clinical was able to clinch the other match, so they will be the ones against Divine Temple.
is gonna be great, guys. It's It's
And
happening, boys. Wushiru versus Crow. Frosted Crow, I'll say his full name, but Wushiru versus Frosted Crow. It's happening. My
I'm
money's
very
on
interested
Frosted.
to see how that goes for sure. There
Listen. Oh,
definitely is
also,
a
but let's also forget, that means tomorrow also, um, Soul Keepers will be playing BBG.
I mean, if they improve this much in one game, I'm excited to see how much they improve in one day. Especially with more information, because I feel like it was really hard to go into this tournament with any prep, but with just the information of game one, they were able to craft a game two that was much better. So perhaps with now seeing a match of their opponents will allow them to actually show a lot of improvement. And that's the important part, right?
Well, yeah, for them that's the important part. For us, it's got to be entertaining.
I think it will be more entertaining. I don't think that you'll see huge gold differences and gold objective bounties at 14 minutes next tomorrow. Maybe in the winners game, I don't know, but I think that Soulkeeper is going to be able to step it up for sure.
Well, I will be honest. I hope so. Again, entertainment is what I'm here for.
Well, for entertainment, the winners match looks very exciting. I think the losers match will also be fun to watch. Even
Well,
though, they're a one.
let's not call them losers match. Let's call it what it
That's right.
is. Second
Yeah, the
place.
the third place, fourth place match.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
Well, the not first and second place.
right. They're
We
just
don't want to call
slightly
anybody
below these other
losers.
teams. They'll
Yeah,
be
we got to keep it
a lot
PC. We
closer.
got to keep PC.
I don't know.
Nobody's a loser. Everybody's a winner.
Nobody's a loser,
Just
right?
in
It
different.
wasn't. That's right.
Shut the fuck
But
up. Not you. Sorry,
so
not you. Sorry,
I'm very
not
excited
you.
to see how Soulkeeper improves from day to day, because even if they still struggle against a team that's more enfranchised, more experienced, it's be interesting to compare them not to their opponents but to their previous performance. I hope that they are able to improve from the second draft, because they really did find something that worked a lot better with their players. I hope that they're able to make the quick fixes. Like, you're not going to be able to fix the CS gap, for example. But I hope that they're able to implement some changes that you can make in a day. And as for Divine Temple, I mean, maybe they could just show us 2 more comps and say, we can play anything, we don't care.
I mean, listen, that'd be pretty dope. I'm down for it. So if that's what they want to bring tomorrow, then bring it. But also beware, because tomorrow you were playing clinical and they're coming to play. Even though this is all for charity, don't forget to donate so we can help people. So yeah, it's still for charity, just a lot of competitiveness for charity.
Yeah, it sounded like the other match was also very one-sided. Um, so you expect to see these two not really able to figure out what the power level of the opposing team is, and really have to figure that out
Over
in game 1.
9,000.
Yeah, they're both over 9,000, but that's the thing. Over 9,000 doesn't tell you how it compares to anyone else's over 9,000. Just tells you you're both really good in this level. So, you know, you're both over 9,000, but one of them's still gonna win.
I respect you so much for going along with that joke.
I just, I just, I was just wanted to, use it and go on with it. Speaking of which,
Oh, yeah,
things
go
that
ahead and let
add
them
up
know.
over time. Any donation here would be really amazing. $119 means a lot because again, these groups are able to buy food at a very low cost. I think God told me that $190 was able to feed 1,000 or make 1,900 meals. Is that
Oh,
right?
no, one
I
meal
might have
was able to
misspoken.
make $1 was able to make 10 meals, and so far we've made $1,019.
Yeah, $190. Yeah,
900. Sorry,
1,900 meals.
1,900 meals. Excuse me.
Yeah. So that's why it's always important whenever you're thinking about donating is like, yes, you could give a can of peas that are 2 years old in your pantry, and that's very, helpful. But $1 does so much more than that, and you have the option. You have the link right here to just be able to donate that online, and someone gets to feed or to eat for Thanksgiving.
Yep. So if you can, yep. So if you can, go ahead and help out, and that will be it for us here tonight, guys. We will be doing the another stream tomorrow night, same time, same thing for charity. So if you want to come watch, come hang out, come donate, help some people out, we'll be here.
And
All
I
right.
expect that one of the matches at least will go to 3 games for sure. So it will hopefully be a little bit more suspenseful as well.
Yep, yep. So again, I'm Augite. This is
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah, thank you.
See, I introduced her. I need to do that. I should let her speak her own thing. We're gonna do it again from the top. I'm Augite.
And I'm Scarlet, and we're
All
ending
right.
stream
See.
here.
Yep. See y'all. Good night.